Okay. Next speaker is going to be Nancy Freeman. Nancy, if you'd come forward and give us your name and address for the record, please.
Nancy Freeman. I realize I'm just a fugitive voice in the wilderness speaking about these big government projects. Now, at this particular time, we have a Tucson City and Pima County water study going on, which could make recommendations about our wastewater policies. And one policy that has been brought up is to have the smaller satellite wastewater facilities in the periphery where the wastewater can be used on golf courses. And now, at this point, the parks, golf courses, and schoolyards, the turf areas, we don't even have 50% of them using effluent because they take all the effluent downhill to the big wastewater plant where it's processed, and then they say we can't afford to pump it back uphill to water the areas in the outlying areas where the wastewater came from in the first place. Now,
I don't know how this is germane to this procurement issue.
I'm giving this whole big questioning this whole big process of having one huge $25 million project, which is
but
curtailing.
That's not relevant to the issue in front of us, Ms. Freeman.
Well, I think it's relevant, and I think that the fact that we're rushing to get this contract done and get this facility done before the Pima County study is complete is relevant. I think it's also relevant that we have an Avon Valley wastewater reclamation facility being permitted now, which will bring tons and tons of sludge to this Roger and Ina Road facility. Thank you.
Okay. Daniel Key is our next speaker. If you'd come forward and give us your name and address for the record, and thank you for being patient today.
Now, my name is Daniel Key. I would like to address some issues about lack of maintenance in my neighborhood. The roads are pitted with holes. The drainage ways are blocked, some of which have not been maintained in under 20 years. Now, that poses serious health concerns because of the standing water attracts mosquitoes. It also attracts some unwanted wildlife. Another issue is the pitted holes in our road. It completely destroys automobiles, and I feel that the county does not do its part in maintaining my neighborhood. They seem to ignore it and just let it disintegrate into nothing if that's what they would like, because it's close now. It's almost like a third world country in my neighborhood. We have some wacky street signs where they stop a major highway for a side street, and that causes huge confusion issues among drivers who are not familiar with that area. Another problem I see is trash all over the road. There's no, I mean, even if we could get the county to get the prisoners to pick it up or something, I mean, that would make a huge difference. I myself am about to the point where I would like to do these myself and then send risk management a bill for the maintenance and supplies it took to clean up my neighborhood. So that's my point. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Key. Appreciate you being here. Last speaker is Nancy Freeman. I mean, not our last speaker, but so I got one more card after that. But Nancy, you're our next speaker. Name and address for the record again, please.
Nancy Freeman. I'm speaking on behalf of Citizens for Flood Management in Pima County. We residents and taxpayers in Pima County are concerned at the lack of flood management in this county and counterproductive actions of the Transportation Department in providing proper flow across roads and proper catchment facilities to handle floodwaters. The Flood Control Department and the Transportation Department remain so completely out of touch that they do not even know where the swift water rescues have been necessary on Pima County roads. I have documentation of that. The ditches and culverts in the Sahuarita Heights had not been cleaned out in 20 years, and the Transportation Department, at the request of residents, has started returning the ditches to traditional levels and cleaning the culverts. This will help move the excess floodwaters that has been increasing annually in spite of the drought, some 2 to 4 feet of sheet flooding over at least 1,000 acres. However, it has been brought to our attention that no hydrological study or work has been done to calculate what will happen when this excess water rushes downstream south of Sahuarita Road. We request that the County Flood Control District make assessments and make provisions downstream. It had also been requested that a provision be made to move the water across Wilmot Road so that it does not back up onto the properties on Noyes Road and Candy Lane. Instead, ditches have been put in along the east side of Wilmot Road, north of Noyes, that will deliver more water to the Noyes-Wilmot intersection, which is already a swirling sea of water and debris during summer rains. Further, the Transportation Department has blocked or partially blocked the 2 washes with piles of dirt on the west side of Wilmot Road. These washers would deliver the water off of Wilmot Road. The bulldozer drivers don't seem to realize that blocking washes is against county regulations. Further, a culvert under Nogales Road delivers water to the San Pedro Estates. I have a picture, documentation on this, without even 1 inch of an indentation for flood control management. The water runs down San Julian Road, a county-maintained road, and is causing a head cut on the back of properties along the Lee Moore Wash Road, so that several residents are losing large chunks of their property every monsoon rain. This situation should be addressed immediately. In addition, the Transportation Department has not done any work in Summit Region. The management of the department said it was too difficult to know what to do. We demand that the Flood Control Department get involved with a plan for the region. There have been many complaints for this region, lots of inspections, and lots of no action letters. On one occasion, they did promise to do something to help out, but never followed through, documentation included. What is preventing them to assist with a plan for Transportation Department and the Union Pacific Railroad, which has committed to help in this area, but they just will not get together? We insist that this work be done within 90 days so that we do not have to suffer further damage to properties when the summer rains start, and the Pima County taxpayers do not have to pay bulldozers to clean debris off roads, police officers to close roads, and contractors to repair damaged public roads and infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.